Hello Star Wars fans and toy fanatics, Steve here with you friends. It is Tuesday, November 4th, 2014. And thank you as always so much for joining me today as we take a look at some more Star Wars action figure goodness. Today we're going to take a closer look at the new Darth Vader from Wave 5 in the Black Series 6-inch line. A fantastic looking figure, great detail, very cool sculpt, and awesome posability. Now this Wave 5 was only available at Walgreens for quite some time. And it looks like as of now Target is starting to stock the shelves with this latest wave, and hopefully Walmart and other retailers will ensue, making it a little easier for some of us to find this latest wave at retail. Now I also might say that I haven't uploaded any videos in a couple of weeks just because I've been a little bit busy. So I'm trying to do a little catching up here. So I got a lot of stuff that's been reviewed plenty of times in the community. But I'll be also doing reviews on some figures that you probably have seen plenty of times. For example, this Darth Vader. Now this Darth Vader has been in the community and reviewed plenty of times. But I'm so glad that many of you are enjoying this figure like I am. It's a fantastic looking figure, and I can see why this guy is very, very, very cool, and probably a possible one of my top 10 candidates for Toy of the Year, which I'll be doing a video on in the near very future about the latest and all the very coolest Star Wars toys that have been released this year. But that is for another video in the future, so we'll get to that in just a bit. But today let's focus on this killer Darth Vader figure. In my opinion, just an awesome addition to anybody's Star Wars collection. Before we do that, let's take a look at the box he comes in really quick here. This is number 2 in the series. Now you do have the new striping, of course, the blue striping that's coming with this latest wave. And let's take a nice shot of the portrait of Vader on top there. And there's been some complaints about the eyes being a little too big, but in my opinion I think it's a very, very cool sculpt, and just looks really awesome in my opinion. Let's take a look back at the box here. Nice shot from Return of the Jedi, of course, and a little bit of the text if you like to read that. Just a very, very cool looking figure, and you can't really go wrong with this guy, man. There's too many cool things about this guy to pass up on this, in my opinion. You do get a great sculpt here, in my opinion. Removable helmet, and we'll get to that in a second. Just the detail of the texture of the robes looks very, very good. The inner detail of the clothing looks very, very nice. And very nice sculpting. And very nice paint applications on the chest box and the belt as well. Just overall very, 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 very well done in my opinion. Great interpretation of Darth Vader from Hasbro in the 6-inch line in my opinion. As you can see, the detail in the boots is done very well as well. And it's got some nice detail on there. And even the cape comes with some nice attention to detail as well. You got some double stitching going on that as well, which makes it a little bit more sturdier. And you do have the inner robe as well. It is a little longer than I think it should be, but again, that's a very minor thing. As with all these 6-inch figures, you do get some great articulation, of course. You got a ball joint hinged head here. Ball joints on the arms as well. A little bit of a limitation due to the shoulder armor, but not too bad. You do have a ball joint on the elbows as well. Could really use some double jointed elbows, would have been nice, but again, another minor thing. You do have a ball joint and swivel on the wrist as well. A swivel on the waist. Of course, you do have ball joints on the legs with the upper swivel point above the thigh here. Double jointed knees, which is very, very cool. And rocker joints on the ankles. So getting this guy into a myriad of poses is very, very cool, and pretty much left to your own imagination to what you want to get to. Now, as far as the helmet sculpt, there's been some minor complaints about the eye sockets being a little too big, but again, in my opinion, I think it looks pretty good in my opinion. I really like it. I like the different shade of the lenses are a little bit browner, which is just very cool looking in my opinion. Now this helmet piece does come off. It does come in two pieces here, which is you just pop off, you can remove here. It's got some little bit of detail on the inner piece there. Just a very nice sculpt, very cool looking. And let's get a little closer look at this inner part of the helmet. Now I probably could have used maybe a little bit more silver paint wash to bring out the details a little bit more, but again, still it's got some very nice sculpting on there. And even when as far as sculpt the inside, which is I thought is very, very cool. Very nice. And as far as the likeness, excuse me, to Sebastian Shaw, I think it's pretty darn good, man. There's some nice detail. The textures of the scarring is done very, very well in my opinion. Get that in focus here for you. There we go. I think this is an awesome job as far as the head sculpt is concerned in my opinion. Even all the slight details and paint applications on the inner part of the helmet is done very, very nicely. You do have a little chain piece for the cape as well, which is a very, very cool plus. The cape is sewed into the top part of the armor, which is okay, no, not a big deal. It still looks pretty cool. And of course you do get his lightsaber with a removable blade if you like. Could have maybe used a little hook piece to hook it onto his belt or something, would have been nice, but overall just a very nice looking lightsaber, of course. Just have to go back to that head sculpt because I think it's one of the probably the best points of this figure is that head sculpt. And making your display options very nice. You can have it with the helmet, without the helmet, you know, so you have those choices, which is a very, very cool plus in my opinion. So there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me today, my friends. Stay tuned. I do have the Shadow Squadron set coming up next, so I'm sure that's another set that's been reviewed plenty of times on YouTube. But again, if you have a little time, I would appreciate you coming back and support my channel. So until next time, my friends, thank you so much. Have a great day and happy hunting.